Hey guys, Dean here again with Team Debrew, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at how to make money online with CPA marketing and Instagram ads. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started. So again, we're going to be doing an Instagram story ad campaign for a CPA marketing offer on Max Bounty, as you guys can see here today. I've already gone through and found an offer that I want to go ahead and run. It's going to be a $1,000 Virgin Australia voucher. So basically all they have to do is fill out a one-page form, and when that happens, we'll get paid $2.80 per conversion, and they will be entered into a chance to win a $1,000 flight voucher. So the way that I found this offer is, I'll show you guys. I went over to search campaigns, which is right here, and then see, I chose Australia. Where's it at? Right here. And then I went to sweepstakes, search, and I found it in here, and all the list of different offers for Australia. So here's the flight voucher one that I found that we're going to be doing here today. But as you guys can see, Max Bounty has a ton of offers for sweepstake offers, specifically in Australia, over a lot of different cool things that you could get here. So if you guys have never been on Max Bounty, you haven't seen any of these offers, they have a ton of different Australia offers with some pretty decent payouts between 230 and 280, or sorry, 160 and 280. So pretty decent payouts, and yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys that. And then, so we're going to be doing it. This is the actual landing page here that we're going to be running today. So again, it's just a quick survey where they basically hit start, answer 2 questions, and then it's going to redirect them to the actual offer. This one's not set up, so I don't think it's going to work. Oh, yeah, it is. So basically, then they just fill in their information, and that's it. Then we get paid. Pretty easy, right? All right. So let's go ahead and start the process of promoting this offer with Instagram story ads. So what we're going to do first is we need to be able to connect this offer with Instagram, and we can't do that with direct linking, unfortunately. So we will have to use a bridge page. Today we're going to be using ClickFunnels. You don't necessarily have to use ClickFunnels. There are other ways to build funnels, but with those different ways comes different issues. So of course there are some free ways to build funnels. However, the issues that come with that is when you're sending traffic, it could have really slow load times, which in return can make your basically make you spend money on things that aren't going to convert, because people are going to turn around and go back where they came from before they actually even see your page load. People just get tired of it loading. So those will actually be a big issue if you're doing any kind of paid traffic, because things aren't just going to convert as well as they should. Same thing with ClickFunnels, which we're going to be using today. ClickFunnels is actually a really good drag and drop builder for funnels and email marketing and overall. However, it is about $100 a month, so that can be a little steep, especially if you're just starting out, as well as even though it has really nice, decent load times, it can still be slow sometimes, and there are better options in terms of load times. So probably the best option for building landing pages would be with Amazon S3, where you can upload your own HTML landing pages. It's extremely fast. Pages load, I want to say, between half a second to a second, from what I've read in some instances. So obviously that's going to be the best option. I believe, and you don't quote me guys, but I believe the first year is free, other than you have to have a domain. So after that, I don't know the price. You'll have to tell me. If you guys know, make sure you leave it down below. That way other people can see it too. And yeah, so that's the kind of how it works with landing pages. We're going to use ClickFunnels today because it is super easy to use. You guys will be able to follow along really well. If you guys do have ClickFunnels, or if you use ClickFunnels for other things, we are going to also put this template inside the AFK forum. So if you are in the AFK forum, you can get this template in there as well that we use on all of our story ads if we are using ClickFunnels. So this is something that we've tested with a ton of our students, with a ton of our teachers. All of us have tested as well. It's a great funnel. It converts well, so it's definitely that's been tested and tried and true. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to want to do is build a little tracking link here so that way we can track what we're doing. So I'm just going to copy this and get the tracking URL that you see here. Sorry about that. I'm going to copy it. And now we're going to go over to ClickFunnels, where I have the template that I was just telling you about that you can find in the AFK forum. So this is just a base template here. Basically what happens is it's a 2-question survey. It's got question 1, question 2, which we would make relevant. And then up at the top, this is just kind of where you would put your ad copy, your catching headline. And then, yeah, so let's go ahead and build this out together here and just kind of put everything together and see how it goes. So first thing I want to do is I always like to add an image up here above this headline, usually like a brand image or like a logo or something, just to kind of really catch people's eye. I don't really like having the headline here right off the bat. That's just my personal preference. Of course, you would want to maybe test both if you guys find a good campaign. That way you could just kind of see which one is working better for you. But let's go ahead and add an image just because that's what I like to do. So I'm going to go ahead and hit add element, and I'm going to add it right here. And then I'm just going to move it up to the top. That way it's at the top. And let's go ahead and add an image here. So I have some images here already, and I think I have some that I downloaded because I wasn't sure if I had any. Obviously I do, so cool me. And so let's try this one. I got a couple of different ones, so that's super big. I don't know if I like that one. Let's try. Alright, so that one's pretty good. It just says virgin. Let me see how these other ones look just so I can kind of get an idea. That one's not too bad either. I don't like how close this is, so let me change the margin a little bit, bring it down. I think I like this one better. Just because, oh wait, this is Virgin Atlantic. See? You got to pay attention to this stuff, guys, because if I posted something Virgin Atlantic, and the offer is for Virgin Australia, someone's going to notice that. I guarantee you someone would notice that. So we'll just keep Virgin, nice, plain, simple. And then for the background, now we need something to do a background back here. So we're going to try and add some photos in here to make it look really nice. If that doesn't work out, we're just going to stick to some plain colors. Because if all else fails, I don't want to put an image in here that doesn't look good. I would rather just use a color personally, but let's see if we can make some images work. So how we would do that is we would go to settings up here, go to background image, and I believe I have like this vacation image here. Let's see how that looks. It's kind of blurry. Let me see if I have something better. See how this one looks. So this one's pretty good. I actually really like this one. Let me see. I don't like how this has a white background though. I can make that background white, but I kind of like the see-throughness of it. So let's see if we can make it work. Let's try this one. Oh, it's not an actual PNG. Someone lied. Someone tricked me. Someone tricked me. Yeah, same here. So we'll just go back to the other one. And oh yeah, that one was wrong. Man, same with this one. I didn't do a very good job earlier. So what we'll do is we'll just change this to just a white one. Just kind of keep it like that. What would be ideal is you would find a PNG of just this circle here. so that way it didn't have all that whiteness around it, and you could have the background a little bit more transparent just so you could see all the way through. But this will work just as good. This works perfectly fine. So we'll just do that. Now what we need to do, I'm going to save it because I'm OCD. I don't want to lose anything. I want to change out the headline here. So what I like to do is I like to go to the landing pages and the actual offer pages and see kind of what they're using. And let's see. I want this. I think we'll just use the title, obviously. Make it simple. So what I like to do is I like to separate them a little bit, make them pop a little more, bold out, change the colors. So let's do that. I'm going to change the bold color to like a red. That way it matches. See which one I'd rather do. Do something like that, just so it kind of pops out and stands out a little bit more, especially on the 1,000. You want people to make sure that they are aware that they could win $1,000. That is quite a lot of money for some people. So yeah. So now what we need to do is change out the questions here to make them more relevant. So the first thing that I like to do is sit here and I like to change this to how did you hear about this offer? And then I like to put Snapchat, or I'll do Instagram because this is where we're going to be promoting it. I always like to do the one first: Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. And I always like to keep one open, so I'll put other down at the bottom in case I obviously know where they're coming from. They're coming from Instagram, but I don't want them to know that. So I'll put other in here as an option for someone who isn't from these locations. It just makes it look a lot better. As well as, let's say you wanted to do this with like a free traffic method compared to paid advertising, then you don't really know where the traffic's coming from. So if that was ever the case, then someone doesn't get stopped on your funnel. They always have an option to choose and get to the next part. So always keep that in mind as well when you're coming up with these questions for your landing pages. Make sure that there's an answer literally for everyone, no matter the circumstances. That's why people put other in here, so you don't stop filling out information and you keep going on with your day. So that is that question. The next question I always like to do is, where are you from? So these are like two qualifying questions. Obviously, this will kind of get someone in the mood of filling out the survey, filling out the actual offer page at the other one. And it kind of goes with the flow of, hey, I'm pre-qualifying for this offer. Let me see if I qualify for this. Oh, great, I qualified, and now they're on the actual offer page. They can fill out their information and win this $1,000. It gets them in the mindset of winning. So this is great too. So I always like to put some of the more popular geos. So United States, United Kingdom, and then Australia, obviously, because that's where the offer is from. And then obviously the last one, like I just said, guys, other. So we have the two questions set up. The only other thing we need to do at this point is we need to set up our outcome. So when the person goes through these two questions, the very next thing is that our page is going to redirect and it's going to send them directly to the max bounty offer for the Virgin Australia voucher. And from there, they're going to fill out the information and we're going to get paid. So I just need to go over here to outcomes, do default outcome, and right here, it says your affiliate link here. So this is going to be our custom redirect. It's going to be an instant page redirect. We're going to come back over to Max Bounty, and we got to get our tracking link again because earlier I messed it all up. So then we come back over here. I'm going to paste it, sorry. I'm going to back out. I'm going to hit save because I got OCD. And now our page is pretty much all set up. We just need to finish some tying up these little things at the end. I need to go over to SEO metadata and pretty much update this. This is where it says appear in your tab. That way, if someone's looking at your page, it doesn't say insert headline. It's going to say win a $1,000 flight voucher. Let's see. Just like that. So now it shows it up here. And the last part that you guys would do to tie up everything is to hyperlink all of these down here. I will do one of them to show you guys. All of this stuff is at the bottom usually of the pages. So let's say I wanted to, let's see, where did it go? Bring it over here. Is this it? Yeah. So I wanted to change the terms and conditions. I would just come right here, copy this. I would go back to my ClickFunnels URL or page, and then I would click it and open text editor and terms and conditions. I would hyperlink it now. So I would highlight it, hit the link up here. I'm going to insert a link. I'm going to paste that link. I'm going to insert. I'm going to update. And now it's hyperlinked. So you guys want to make sure that you add all of this down here at the bottom of the page. This is going to help you guys from getting your account banned with Facebook, because you are basically holding them not liable for anything that goes on with this. This is all you. This has nothing to do with Facebook. And it's just going to give an extra added layer of protection when your ads are going through all the different approvals and everything to make sure that you don't get any kind of account bans and things like that. However, this isn't going to prevent that. If you guys are still posting like risky photos and things like that of females, or trying to promote certain offers that aren't basically able to be promoted on Facebook due to their policies, you're still going to have the issues with the bans. So keep that in mind. So the last step, or not really the last step, the next step that we have is to create some images. So I'm not going to go through a ton of different images here for you guys to do. That's kind of a long process. If you guys have seen some of our other videos, we have so many videos on how to make these images, especially in some videos specific to making these type of images. So if you guys have any questions about making these images, we're going to go over it briefly here today. But just take a look at some of our other videos. We have so many Watch Me Build videos that have great insights on how to find images for these offers, how to build out our templates, and all of that other great stuff too. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see. Excuse me. So the way that we build out our images for Instagram story ads here at Devereaux is we use it with Canva. Canva is a free photo editor, photo designer, where you can build out your own images. They happen to have Instagram stories as a template already, and we've kind of went ahead and made our own version of it to work with Instagram story ads. So as you guys can see here, this is the offer, one of them that I have made for this specific offer. So basically what it is as you can see, it's just a girl who is basically traveling. It has a swipe up hand right here and just kind of a block that tells you kind of what is going on, as well as some basic brand logos, or like an airplane logo to kind of separate everything. As well as the outside border that you see here, this is for a pattern interrupt. So what happens is when someone is on their Instagram, they're scrolling through all the Instagrams, this border is going to catch their attention and make them stop and focus in on what your ad has to say. So that's the importance of using a pattern interrupt like this too. And you can do this on your Facebook feed ads, your Instagram post ads. It doesn't necessarily have to be just with Instagram stories. This works on all types of images and basically just interrupts what's going on at that particular time or within the feed to bring more attention to what you have to say. So I wanted to show you guys this. Again, if you guys needed to edit it, you could come in here and pretty much change everything. I found this little hand logo just by doing a Google search for, swipe up icon, swipe up hand. And then this is just a black box. Obviously, it's pretty simple. And then these are just the brand logos themselves that I built into Canva. So I wanted to show you guys that. This is it again. I wanted to show you it as well as another angle so that way you guys understand the importance of making different angles. So when you guys are uploading your Instagram story ads into Facebook, I believe they let you have up to 6, if I'm not mistaken, up at one time. So you want to make sure you take advantage of that, guys. Facebook is allowing you to add more images at once to test out. They'll actually do the testing for you at no additional cost. So upload 6 images. Facebook's going to find out which images are doing the best, and then they're going to stop showing the other images. You can just turn them off yourself as well, but they're only going to show the most important one. So keep that in mind, guys, when you are creating images, that you are creating different angles, as you can see here. The first one was more around a girl traveling. This one is more around a guy actually in the airplane, traveling in the airplane, doing something different. And then we also have other options that you can go from. I showed you guys, you could do, an actual flight of the plane itself. You could do maybe like someone on vacation, something like this. It really just depends. The sky is the limit when it comes to creating your Instagram ads. This is what's going to separate you from everyone else, and it's what's going to get you those high click-through rates that are also going to get you those conversions. So make sure that you guys are spending a lot of time on creating your images. This is the most crucial part, I would say, in my opinion, as it's what's going to basically bring your attention or bring the audience's attention to you and say, hey, I want to get this $1,000. Let me fill out all this information and get you paid. So keep that in mind, guys. Make sure you spend a lot of time on this and really test out a lot of different images. So lastly, the only other thing that we need to do now is we need to set up an Instagram campaign for Instagram story ads. So I'm going to show you guys step by step exactly how to do that. So what you would do is you would come to your Facebook Ads Manager. I've gone ahead and gone to the dashboard here and click to create a new campaign. So now it's asking me my objective. We're just going to do a traffic objective. And I'm going to do traffic. This is going to be for Australia. I'm going to put that in there. Max bounty. That way I know where the offer is from. And then it is a $1,000 Virgin voucher. So just something in there to basically break up exactly what I'm doing. That way I know what I'm promoting. And we'll leave it at that. So basically I'm going to look at this. Oh, this is a traffic campaign for Australia. It's a max bounty offer, and the actual offer is a $1,000 Virgin voucher. So that's how I would do it. And I'm going to hit continue. So I don't think there was any restrictions for the actual offer in terms of age. Looks like it is 18 plus for Australia only, so we want to keep that in mind. So 18 plus, again, AU, and it is max bounty and 1,000 flight Virgin. Just something to know. Now, I don't have an audience. The United States goes there automatically because that's where I'm from. So we want to make sure that I put in here that it's 18 plus, so we're good. And I am going to come right here, and I'm going to type in Australia. I want the whole country, the whole works. Men and women is fine for right now. Typically, what I would recommend, though, is when you're doing this to set up 2 different ad sets, one for male, one for female. That way you can test which group actually performs better, because typically one does perform better than the other. So you want to make sure that you do test for both of them and see if there is a difference. And later on, I would recommend also testing age groups afterwards as well, too. So you'll notice that when it comes to making money with Instagram and CPA marketing, that it really is really based off of how you're targeting and testing out different things. Your testing is key. That's how you're really going to separate yourself. You're really going to find the winners is by trying out different things, trying things one by one, and really isolating the winner. So for detailed targeting, I'm just going to leave it, let's see, this is for Virgin. Do they have a Virgin? They do have a Virgin Australia. So we'll just do it for Virgin Australia. It's got 1.6 million people. So it is pretty large in terms of doing all broad. If we broke it down to females, like I was telling you, so we'll do that. Let's just do that because it's a better example. We'll do men. So for example, we have 570,000 men that would basically fall under the Virgin Australia category between 18 plus and specifically live in Australia, which would be for our ad. So I want to update this up here too. I want to make sure that this is showing that it's male now that we switched it to male. That way I know. So this is male. So I'll just put that in there too. So, oh, it's not United States, yo. Why y'all doing me like that? Making me look like a fool, man. UK, 18 plus, male, Australia, max bounty, and it's for a $1,000 flight voucher. So here's our estimated reach. Well, actually, we got to change that. I'll come back to that, guys. Let's scroll down. So we want to do placements. We don't want Facebook to automatically place our story ads for us. We want to specifically choose only Instagram story ads. So I'll go to devices. I'll turn off desktop because I don't want anything from desktop. I don't want anything as a feed. I do want Instagram story ads, but I don't want any of these others, so I'll keep that on. I'm going to turn off in article. I'm going to turn off apps and sites, and that should be all. Only thing that's listed is Instagram story ads. And then I'm going to optimize for landing page views because typically outside of the United States, landing page views is a better option when it comes to running Facebook ads. If you're performing inside the United States, sometimes it is better to actually do link clicks, but for everything else, at least in my experience, I've had better experiences running landing page views. The daily budget is going to be 3-day rule is going to be 3 times the payout over 3 days. I believe the offer was $2.80. I don't want to do the math on that, so I'm just going to do $3 a day, so that'll be $9 a day. And impression, that's okay because we're doing landing page views. And now you can see that the daily reach came down a little bit, as well as what's going to be taking place on the actual offer. So we'll go ahead and hit continue. And now this is where we're going to be adding in our images. So first things first, we need to add our URL. So we're going to come back to ClickFunnels, which is, where'd it go? Right here. We're going to save it. I'm going to hit exit. And I need to get this URL right here. And I'm just going to post it. Right? And you want to make sure your Facebook pixel is also set up, guys. I'm not going to do that today. You guys can see in other videos that we have exactly how to add your ClickFunnels, how to add your Facebook pixel to ClickFunnels, as well as add your Facebook pixel to a ton of other places. So make sure you check our channel if you guys haven't seen those already. But I'm not going to put a display link. I'm just going to leave it empty. And now I just need to add an image. So let's go ahead and add some images here. Add media, add image. And let's see. 1 second. Thought they were there. So it was this one and this one. So I'm only uploading 2 guys because I'm sure you guys get the point. Well, why does it say upload? It's too small. I don't think I downloaded the right file for that. So we're just going to upload 1. You guys get it. So here it is. Like I said, guys, make sure you add up to 6. You can add up to 6 images with Facebook ads. So make sure you add 6 of them. You can see them updated over here. It'll show you kind of how it'll look. It just shows your Facebook page up here and basically learn more down at the bottom. But after that, everything is pretty much all set up. You're just going to hit confirm. And that's it. So now it's going to go through an approval process. Right now it says in draft. Once it's done publishing, it'll say in review. And then for this account, typically my ads get approved within like 30 minutes because I have ran a lot of ads on here before. But if this is our first time, it could take a few hours. So don't be alarmed if it takes a while and it still says not approved or not approved. Not approved means that it didn't get approved. If it still says in review, don't worry about it. Just let it do its thing. Facebook will update you within an hour, within a few hours, and make sure that that gets approved for you, and just keep checking back. But with that being said, guys, at this point, you would just start basically creating different ad sets for this campaign, testing out different things, testing things out like male versus female, testing out the age groups, and maybe testing out different interests as well.
Are you struggling with your affiliate marketing business or want to take things to the next level? Allow me to introduce you to Dijs University. Dijs University is the #1 affiliate marketing training platform in the world. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced affiliate marketer, Dijs University offers you thousands of different videos with topics such as Facebook, volume, adplexity, and many more of your favorite topics. Step by step, you will learn the secret super affiliate ways to get the most out of each traffic source. Dominate each vertical with our detailed quick start guides. Are you ready to get started? Click the link in the description to sign up today.